Welcome to Chitku's Classroom.
Hey guys, welcome back to Chitku's Classroom. So today we're going to be learning about the latitudes and longitudes. So here, this is a picture of the globe, and as you can see, this is the 0-degree line, which is called the equator. So the equator is an imaginary line that divides the Earth into two equal halves, the northern hemisphere here and the southern hemisphere over here. So the northern hemisphere is located here, and the North Pole is located in the northern hemisphere. So the North Pole is 90 degrees north, and the South Pole, which is located in the southern hemisphere, is 90 degrees south. And here is the Tropic of Cancer, 22.2 degrees north, and the Tropic of Capricorn, 22.2 degrees south. And this is the Arctic Circle, which is 66.2 degrees north, and the Antarctic Circle, which is 66.2 degrees south. And next, we're going to be learning about the heat zones. So there are three heat zones. There are torrid zone. So the torrid zone is located between the Tropic of Cancer to the Tropic of Capricorn. So it is located near the equator, so it's very hot there. And next, we're going to be learning about the temperate zones. The North temperate zone here and the South temperate zone over here. So the North temperate zone is located between the Arctic Circle and the Tropic of Cancer, and next, the South temperate zone is located between the Tropic of Capricorn to the Antarctic Circle in the southern hemisphere, and this is in the northern hemisphere. And about the frigid zone, and the temperate zone has moderate temperatures, which is not too hot and not too cold. And the frigid zone here, the frigid zone is located between the Arctic Circle to the North Pole, and the South frigid zone located between to the Antarctic Circle to the South Pole here. And it is very cold there. So now we're going to be learning in detail about the heat zones. So first, the torrid zone. The torrid zone lies between the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn. The sun rays fall vertically in these areas, so it receives maximum heat here, and it's very hot. And about the temperate zone lies between the Tropic of Cancer to the Arctic Circle in the northern hemisphere, and the Tropic of Capricorn to the Antarctic Circle in the southern hemisphere. And these regions have moderate temperatures, which means not too hot and not too cold. And frigid zones, the frigid zone lies between the Arctic Circle to the North Pole in the northern hemisphere, and the Antarctic Circle to the South Pole in the southern hemisphere here. And the sun rays are slanting in this area, so the sunlight does not reach fully to the frigid zone, so these areas are very cold. So here, this is the sun, and this is the earth with the heat zones. So the sun rays fall vertically in the torrid zone here, so it is very, very hot here. And the sun rays fall slantingly in the temperate zones here, so it has moderate temperatures. And the sunlight, it is very slanting in the frigid zone and barely doesn't reach the frigid zone, so it is very, very cold. And now we're going to be learning about the latitudes. So they're imaginary circles. So these are the imaginary circles, and they run parallel from the equator to the North Pole and the South Pole here. And these lines run from east to the west. And there are 180 latitudes. So they're imaginary lines which run parallel from the equator into the North and the South Pole. And they run from the east to the west. And there are 180 number. And about the longitudes, the longitudes are the imaginary semicircles, while latitudes are the imaginary circles. And the longitudes run from the north to the south pole. These lines run in north to south direction, and there are 360 longitudes. And now we're going to be learning about the longitudes, which help in calculate time. The Earth rotates from west to east, and it takes 24 hours to complete one rotation, which is 360 degrees. So the Earth takes 24 hours to complete 360 degrees, which is one rotation. So for crossing 1 degree, the Earth takes 4 minutes. So the Earth takes 4 minutes to cross 1 degree longitude. And here, the Greenwich meridian is 0-degree longitude, which divides the Earth into eastern and western hemisphere. Just like the equator divides the Earth into three equal halves, the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere. So the Greenwich meridian, which is 0-degree longitude too, divides the Earth into eastern and western hemispheres. And next, time is ahead more in places to the east of the Greenwich meridian than in the west, 4 minutes per 1 degree of longitude. So for example, the people living in the east experience sunlight quicker than the people living in the west. And time is faster in the east than in the west. So for example, we'll do an example. So time is 12 noon at the Greenwich. And what will be the time at 15 degrees east? So to find that, we should do 15 times 4. So it takes 4 minutes to complete 1 degree. And we're going to see how much time it takes to complete 15 degrees. So we should multiply it, and then we get 60, which is 60 minutes. So it's 1 hour, and it is 1 hour ahead of the Greenwich. So 15 degrees east is 1 hour ahead of the Greenwich, which the time in 15 degrees east is 1 p.m. As here, time is ahead more in places to the east, so it is ahead. And now we're going to do 15 degrees west. So we should also do 15 times 4, and we got 60 minutes. And it is 1 hour behind, which is 11 a.m. As the people living in the east experience a time more faster than the people living in the west. So it is behind here. So the time is 11 a.m. at 15 degrees west, and at 15 degrees east, the time is 1 p.m. here. Okay. So that's all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye. See you in the next video.
Thank you for watching Chitko's Classroom.